I'm sure you saw the news about Gervonta Davis being arrested once again. Just give me your thoughts,
Unfortunately, man, I hope he come out. You know what I mean? Everybody else come out. I'm not with the domestic violence thing, man, but I hope that, he get that straightened out.
You don't want to live with no regrets. I hate to see what's happening to Gervonta Davis right now. I hope he get it together. That rematch is out there. It'll just be sad if this derailed him.
I'm sure you saw the news that took place earlier today with Gervonta Davis being arrested.
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you this. I heard whispers that Devin Haney has a Hall of Fame career right now. I heard the whispers. But guess what? We're not paying attention to this. We're on our way to the Mount Rushmore boxing.
The boxing world is speaking out after Gervonta Davis's arrest, with many now wondering if the rematch with Lamont Roach might be scrapped. Bernard Hopkins shared his thoughts, saying he's hoping Davis is released soon. He urged Gervonta to put family first and stress how important it is for him to repair his relationship with the mother of his children. Hopkins added that staying positive and focusing on his boxing career will help Davis move forward in the right way.
I'm sure you saw the news about Gervonta Davis being arrested once again. Just give me your thoughts,
Unfortunately, man, I hope he come out. You know what I mean? Everybody else come out. I'm not with the domestic violence thing, man, but I hope that, he get that straightened out and he get back to focus on his family and his career. Family first, and then career second. But I just wish both his ex-girl, his kid's mother, can get things together and look forward and be positive going forward.
Antonio Tarver, a well-respected figure in the sport, shared his worries about Gervonta Davis's current troubles. He said that being successful in the ring isn't everything. While Davis has shown he can fight, Tarver believes it's time for him to look inward and focus on growing as a person. Tarver also criticized this generation of fighters, saying many don't have real mentors or strong guidance, especially when it comes to handling fame and pressure. He sees Davis's current situation as part of that bigger issue. For him, it's frustrating to see someone so talented deal with setbacks, especially with such a big fight ahead.
Been to it I wouldn't say it's a big shock to a lot of us, but there's this mindset, the fight with Lamont's not signed yet. Apparently he's gonna fight Jake Paul. Like, it's put in and out of boxing right now.
Hey man, I don't know, but get these guys the bag so they can get the hell on if they not committed and dedicated to the sport. All they want is a bag. Give them a bag so they can go, bro. I mean, let these fighters that really want the shit, let's parade them. Let's get behind them. Let's support them. Let's build them. I'm not saying I don't know what happened. But I just hope and pray that young man get it together. He's at the top of his career, prime of his career. I would want him to be remembered more by the things that he's doing in the ring rather than out. But, sometimes you got to win in life too before you can get in that ring and win. And sometimes life is harder than any opponent that we can face. And I just hope he get it together, bro. I feel like a lot of these young men don't have no mentors, bro. It ain't no more handlers in the game, bro. It ain't nobody taking care of the camp. These guys out here on their own frequency, bro. And I just think there's no more leaders in the game, bro. They not going to where that real energy is that can really humble these guys a little bit. We only got a short period of time to be professional boxers. This shit is over quick, bro. And you don't ever want to live with no regrets. That'll hunt you, bro. That'll hunt you when you know you had the ability to be the best. You don't want to live with no regrets. I hate to see what's happening to Gervonta Davis right now. I hope he get it together. That rematch is out there. It'll just be sad if this derailed him.
Sports journalist Mike Kors tweeted, Gervonta Davis arrested yet again, slated for OG 16 rematch with Lamont Roach that's now in even more jeopardy. The message quickly spread to the boxing world, raising alarms about the status of the August 16th rematch. With Davis back in legal trouble, people are unsure if the fight will even happen. The timing has added fuel to the fire, with some wondering if this might push back or completely cancel one of the most hyped fights of the year. In the middle of the buzz, Lamont Roach posted a short but clear response online. In a gym shot video, he said, "We still here," showing he's staying locked in no matter what's going on with Davis. Fans praised Roach for his calm attitude and strong work ethic, during all the chaos.
Certified copper, make my money off the show, make my money off the street, make my money off the cook, make my money off the legs, make my money off the club. Lock it with me, I'm going to with the spirit.
Bill Haney, another major name in boxing, was asked for his take on the Davis situation. But when questioned, he chose to stay quiet. He gave a short, non-committal reply and didn't comment further. His silence might reflect what others in the sport are feeling, waiting for more facts before jumping to conclusions.
All the news that took place earlier today, Gervonta Davis, he and
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I heard whispers that Devin Haney has a Hall of Fame career right now. I heard the whispers. But guess what? We're not paying attention to this. We're on our way to the Mount Rushmore of boxing.
The reaction across
Fans have been split in their reactions, with some now questioning the timing of all these legal issues. Davis has faced several run-ins with the law, and many of them happened just before big fights. That pattern is raising eyebrows, with people asking if there's more to it than coincidence, although there's no proof of anything shady. Some think these situations could be used to avoid certain opponents. Things got more tense when Twitter user Kyle Makachev posted, "Breaking news, Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach 2 is Camelled." The misspelling of canceled didn't stop fans from reacting strongly, adding even more confusion and concern. Meanwhile, champion boxer Claressa Shields spoke openly about Davis, saying while his talent is undeniable, his interviews reveal a man struggling emotionally. Shields encouraged him to consider therapy or mental health support, not as a weakness, but as an important step for his well-being. Her words were seen as kind and supportive, reminding everyone that mental health matters just as much as training.
Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that. And I was just like, what in the world? And like that type of stuff when you've been fighting and knocking people out and fighting main events. I mean, he fought four main events here at T-Mobile against some of the best fighters. And it's just like, see that he got evicted from his home and all this other stuff. Now he got kids and, you know, he's not signed with TMT, Mayweather, promotion, anymore. It's like when I hear him talk, he's like he want to be a nicer guy for his daughters, and he don't want to be therapy. I think he would be better and even a better fighter if he went and did therapy like ASAP. Because I can just tell like he's a little sad, he's a little depressed, even before this fight. So I think it'd be a better fight. I think that Lamont has the mental edge. I think anybody right now would have a mental edge over Tank because to me he just needs to take some serious time to deal with whatever he's having to deal with. Nobody knows what it is, but I mean me being a fighter, I have done plenty of camps where I was depressed and where I was going through anxiety. So it's not an easy thing to get over, especially when you don't have the support from certain people that you used to have.
Gervonta Davis has been honest in the past about how tough it can be mentally to face elite opponents. He's admitted to feeling the pressure when going up against top-tier fighters, revealing a more human side to his image. This openness showed that even the best athletes deal with fear and doubt. It also highlighted that emotional battles can be just as draining as physical ones in the fight game.
I feel pressure. It's not me fighting home, but the pressure I feel is from what I want to do to that person, or that's showing off my skill. That's showing that I ain't ready to be fought with. That's the pressure.
And why do you think this fight is...
Boxing analyst Dan Raphael tweeted that the rematch on OG16 was already unlikely, and now this latest situation only makes it worse. His tweet echoed what many are thinking. Davis may never have been fully locked in for this fight. Whether it's stress, distractions, or personal issues, it seems the excitement wasn't really there. And now, things are even more unclear. Fans are also drawing comparisons to what happened in 2022 when Davis got into legal trouble just 10 days before his scheduled fight with Ryan Garcia. That's leading many to wonder if this is a coincidence or part of a bigger pattern.
Shot of Tank. Listen, innocent until proven guilty. I don't know what transpired. I don't know any of the details. This is the information that is available to us as of this recording. So again, I'm saying unfortunate news because Tank Davis is scheduled to fight, and he's scheduled to fight in 11 days, and it's almost midnight my time, Pacific Standard Time. So that means really 10 days. Does this affect in any way? Will this affect Tank Davis and his fight? You know, I don't know. I don't know all the details, but we've seen stuff like this happen before in the past. And since it's so fresh, today being December 27th, I don't think it will impact or, you know, postpone his fight or anything like that, because it would be too quick to go to trial or anything like that. However, some would wonder, could this affect him mentally, right? You left Mayweather Promotions, you're your own boss, doing your own thing, so this is your first foray into that. You have a difficult Olympian in terms of Hector Luis Garcia that you're getting ready to fight, a little bit taller and bigger than you, and, you know, now you have something in the background. This, I can't say it's news to Gervonta Davis in terms of him having little run-ins, because he had a run-in with some type of vehicular hit and run or whatever the situation is. So he's had court cases before. We'll see how it all plays out.
Social media blew up with claims that Lamont Roach had some strong words for Davis. According to World Boxing News, Roach allegedly accused Davis of ducking the fight out of fear. He's scared to get embarrassed, Roach reportedly said. He went on to challenge Davis directly, saying, "Step up or step aside." The back and forth between the two fighters keeps heating up, even though the fight hasn't been officially confirmed. Davis has said in the past that he wants to grow, not just as a fighter, but also as a father and a man. He's even mentioned thinking about retirement to focus more on his personal life. While he hasn't repeated those plans lately, this current situation might force him to rethink everything.
What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gem. Checked out the press conference yesterday. Watched the Rise podcast, 2 days ago, watched the Rise podcast response to it yesterday. And I just have to say, I see a lot of people think that, you know, Tank is bluffing with the retirement talk. Could be. I doubt it, though. And I'm going to tell you why I doubt it. When he talks about wanting to seek therapy and the person he has to be in order to be the fighter that he is, and wanting to be a softer person, you know, for his daughters, and wanting to seek therapy, and become a better person, to be with his children and lead the limelight. It seemed like a lot of emotion and passion in that. He seemed like he really meant what he was saying. There's a lot that comes with not only boxing, you know, because, you know, all fighters deal with certain things with being a boxer, but physically and mentally. But he has to deal with being a celebrity, you know, an international star on top of that. And I can't even imagine that pressure. So, you know, things get old, you know, your whole life gets scrutinized, no matter what moves he makes, you know what I mean? It's going to be accepted by some and, you know, ridiculed by others. And some people grow tired of it. You know, living a public life ain't for everybody. He's been tremendously successful, whatever he decides to do. You know, I wish him well. I think we need to, you know, watch this Lamont Roach fight closely, because we've seen this in the past when Mike Tyson talks about his heart no longer being in it. Or, you know, you heard Buddy McGirt recently come out and say, you know, the fire left him, you know, while he was in camp in the middle of a run. I mean, it happens. And, you know, we don't know how it's going to affect him as a fighter. I would hope, you know, he could find it in himself to be motivated and get prepared, you know, and be the best version of himself. Because, you know, as a Tank fan, I don't want to see him in the ring in any other capacity. You know, if he can't bring himself to be the best version of himself, then I think he should walk away. But regardless of what he decides to do for people like myself, you know, I've had a great time, you know, watching his career. I wish him the best in his personal life. He didn't say he's retired immediately. He just said he's going to fight 3 times in 2025, and then it'll be over. You know, whoever those 3 fights he chooses to fight, you know, we have to respect it. And I would just say, you know, enjoy him while he's here. Because, you know, everybody in sports, whether it's boxing or otherwise, is only going to be active for a certain amount of time. And once it's over, it's over. So instead of, Monday morning quarterbacking, ridiculing or criticizing, I think he's been a very special talent, and we need to enjoy him while he's here, because the end may be really near, according to what he's saying. That's all I have for y'all right now. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor.
A lot of people now feel like this might be the right time for Davis to take a break and reflect on where he's headed, in boxing and in life. Even before this latest arrest, there were signs that he wasn't fully committed to fighting Roach. People inside the sport noticed he wasn't training as intensely, and there were delays in getting the contract finalized. Now, with these legal problems, chances of the rematch actually happening look even slimmer. Nothing has been officially announced.
And ready to go for the rematch, correct?
Y'all take place on these head games. It's not even funny. Let me tell you something, bro. Lamont Roach has never been this big of a fighter before. Everyone knows Lamont Roach now. So he could be reaping the benefits of just enjoying his status of having that draw with Tank, while Tank is the one with the eye of the tiger. Tank is probably in the gym training his ass off. And then sign the contract, like, all right, we got to fight win. Oh, shit! Let's hurry up and dash your ass. Sugar Ray Leonard did that to Roberto Duran. Duran was told that he had a fight in a couple weeks. And he was like, dude, I'm 190 pounds in Panama. Which is why Roberto Duran was out of shape in the No Mas fight and was like, no mas. So Tank could be over there working, sign the contract in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden Lamont Roach got to put a training camp together.
There are also reports that Davis has been looking into a separate deal for a possible fight with Shakur Stevenson under the Turkey promotional banner. That potential blockbuster may have pulled his attention away from the Roach fight. If that deal moves forward, it could explain the sudden change of plans and why the Roach rematch might be delayed or even scrapped. Davis's career has already had plenty of ups and downs, and this latest drama has people talking again. Some fans are frustrated, while others are still rooting for him. At this point, no one really knows which path he's going to take.
Gervonta Tank Davis was arrested today for boxing, but it wasn't an opponent, it was his wife. He got arrested for battery and domestic violence charges involving the mother of his children. According to the reports, he was accused of slapping her in the face and then hitting her in the back of her head on Father's Day. Oh, now what a twist. Me personally, I don't know what was in Gervonta Davis' coffee that morning. I don't know what he got going on, but if I'm rich and I have money, I'm not hitting no woman. I'm not hitting a woman, period. But especially if I have money. Maybe I just picked a good girl, but my wife has never made me angry to the point where I wanted to punch her in the back of the head. Now, sometimes I wanted to pick her up and tombstone her, but some of those times I let it go. But a lot of people are saying that Tank Davis is a great fighter, but just a terrible person. They're saying it's always the same thing with this guy, just a different day. But then again, we gotta be two-sided in this world. I know it happened multiple times, but we don't know what his baby mama is doing to him. Don't know. Great thing for me, and it should be an amazing thing to you, is we shouldn't care what goes on in these celebrities' households. I just see him on a boxing ring and I cheer just for the boxing aspect. Now, him being Muhammad Ali at home don't got nothing to do with me, but it do look kind of crazy to remain when you're a famous person. Davis, man, stop hitting that girl. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments.
On top of all that, Twitter user Benji tweeted, Gervonta Davis has found a way to successfully duck Lamont Roach. This is comical. The post summed up how annoyed and skeptical many people are feeling. There's still a lot of interest in Davis, but the way things keep playing out has left fans divided. It's also worth noting that in a past situation, a person who made accusations against Davis ended up taking them back and saying nothing happened. That case taught people to wait before jumping to conclusions. For now, everything is still being looked into and no final decision has been made.